Yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day. I figured it'd be fitting just like last year for Valentine's Day, or a couple years ago, to do some dating sims. I think Blizzard just released this official Overwatch dating sim, so a good one to start with. Let's see how quality it's written. If it stacks up to some of the other ones we've played. Hey, what's up, gamer? What is up? Is there an issue with chat? It keeps not letting me pop it up into a separate window. Oh, never mind. There it is. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. Is this the game, or is this a trailer? Let's see. No, this is the game. Oh, wow. It even has its own soundtrack. Look at how buff they got Hanzo looking. Can we make this bigger? I guess not. Maybe it's because I haven't started the game yet. It'll get bigger. The official but non-canon Overwatch 2 dating sim. Oh my god. No balls. Hey, what's up, Jade? Is there a way to zoom on a page? Zoom in on Google Chrome. Because that's what I should be worried about in this dating sim. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, hang on. We gotta go back. There we go. Control plus. Oh, I could have done that too. There we go. That's a little bit bigger. If we zoom in any more, it looks like the Blizzard overview thing will block out the whole thing. I doubt it, but is this a not safe for work dating sim? I don't believe so. No. I mean, it's officially by Blizzard, so I don't think they're doing any NSFW stuff. Except no substitutes, unless they're really good. Are you ready to play? What does non-canon mean? We're glad you asked. Basically, there are parts of the Overwatch story that are real and other parts that are hypothetical. I heard this was kind of self-aware, so... The dating sim is one of those hypothetical non-canon stories. Like if Wrecking Ball and Tracer talk about how they both love cheeseburgers. Are you telling me the voice lines in the beginning of matches aren't real? Tracer and Wrecking Ball may love cheeseburgers. They've just never met officially and actually had that conversation. Not yet. Also, the dating sim kicks down the fourth wall and stomps all over it. Does that answer your question? Are you saying I should just enjoy this and not rush off to update fan wikis with anything I read here? Not true. Update all the fan wikis. I mean, all of them are going to get updated anyway. You're not going to stop the internet from shipping characters, that's for sure. Never played Overwatch? It's a lot of fun. If you don't take it too seriously. Oh boy, I can't wait for them to refer to my name. Your name is Sam. Continue. Yes, set the scene, baby. It's not voiced. Tragic. Well, I guess we haven't actually talked to anyone yet, so maybe it is. It's Friday night in the big city. You could use a laugh after the week you've had. I've actually had a pretty good week. The Laugh Attic is one of the most tragically unfunny comedy clubs in town, but you love watching people bomb on open mic. Sometimes. That people is you. I would never bomb. What do you mean? Sojourn is OP. Yeah, she's still pretty busted. She's not as good since they've nerfed her a little bit, but yeah, she's still pretty busted. It's particularly dark tonight. So dark, it'll make for quite the dramatic reveal when your eyes adjust and you see who's sitting at the table in the corner. Eyes adjusting. Oh my. Oh my, is that who you think it is? Why are there only two options? Why are there only two options? What if I wanted to see, just as a thoroughly random example, Sojourn, I speak of the devil? Pace yourself. We haven't even had your first date yet. Two options are plenty for now. Maybe we'll add more dating sim opportunities in the future. Don't tease us. We're not saying this is some kind of test version of a potentially more robust dating adventure. But we're also not saying that. Now, who do you see in the corner? I mean, first route, we gotta go with Mercy. Why would she be decked out, like, fully in all of her, like, Overwatch gear at the bar? Like, still with her wings and staff. I mean, she's got so many casual skins in the game already, I feel like. You wouldn't need her, her, like, battle equipment. The genius doctor, scientist, and inventor. No matter how many times you blink, she's still there, and you're completely. Why would you be pain-struck? I'm gonna say love-struck. Wow. This seems cursed? What do you mean? You didn't know you had a thing for perfect, brilliant, kind, and beloved philanthropists before. Yeah, I really had to reach for that one. Well, obviously you do. But your dating track record implies otherwise. That's very true. Are you sure this is E for everyone? No. I'm not sure. Zap. Hark. Do I hear the sound of a heart beating fast and smell the sweat on your palms? I'm Cupid, the hero of love in all its varieties. It's my sworn duty to answer the cries of all who desire to love and guide them to fulfillment. The channel was nice while it lasted. You look around, wondering if anyone else can see this. Or are you hallucinating? Don't worry. You're the only one who sees me. Thank you. I do not interfere in the mortal realm. Consider me the angel on your shoulder who will point you in the right direction. That's a definite maybe on the hallucination thing, but maybe the hallucination can help you. Hallucinations will always help you. Tell me, are you in love? That's just my baseline anxiety. Anxiety and affection can sometimes feel familiar, but fear not. I'm here to guide you through all of love's intricacies. Do you wish to win the heart of Mercy? There was another option. There was. Not anymore. That was weirdly ominous. I'll not ask again. Wait, where was the other option? Was the other option, like, you can bang her? Did I miss out? He arches an eyebrow. To win her heart, you must arm yourself with the power of knowledge. How much do you really know about Mercy? Wait, is he actually setting up a trivia quiz here? I'm waiting. Hey, what's up, Joshua? Yeah, I know everything about Mercy, baby. Test my unparalleled Mercy knowledge. I hope your confidence is well placed. What's Mercy's real name? Oh, come on. Miss. Angela. Incorrect. Dr. Angela. That's her title, not her name. Okay, Cupid, Hanzo. Stop that. What's her favorite food? The tears of careless DPS heroes. Alright. That's quite dark. I like that. She will not. Do better. What is her field of research? She has a PhD in Heroes Never Dieism. This is rigged. There are no right answers. I'm going to actually say the right answer. She got big nerfed, so not anymore. Happy Valentine's Day to you too, Joshua. Yeah. Mercy hasn't really been good since they got rid of, her, like, big reses. Biology. Incorrect. She is a pioneer in applied nanobiology. More specifically, biotic technology. Same difference. In the matters of the heart, the details matter. I mean, technically, wouldn't someone get really freaked out if you, like, approached them at the bar and already knew everything about them? Wouldn't that be odd? Hey, baby. How was work today? At the lab. Be like, how the fuck? I don't know you. How do you know I work at a lab? This is ridiculous. I should just go talk to her. You're barely holding a decent conversation with me. Guiding you will prove more difficult than I thought. Yeah, probably. Don't worry. My magical powers will elevate you above your incompetence. Wait, I thought there was no magic in the Overwatch setting. No more questions. Mercy is a highly accomplished woman. What would impress her the most? I thought you said no more questions. After this one, tell me the most impressive thing about you. I'm nice. I'm funny. I'll tell her how many hours I clocked on Overwatch 2. Can I just say hi? She'll want to know my Overwatch KD. Impressive. Say it loud and proud with this. He hands you a mic. The mic they use for open mic night. The spotlight illuminates you. Mercy turns her head. She's looking at you. Guess how many hours I've clocked in Overwatch 2. The crowd clears their throats. Chairs squeak. I don't think people got the joke. It wasn't a joke. I know, but this is a comedy club where hopeful fools tell jokes. She's waiting. Here goes nothing. Mercy, do you want to hear my favorite joke about the periodic table? No, we have to go more general. We can't specifically call her out. That would be awkward. Why doesn't the surgeon like operating on elbows? You pause for dramatic effect. She swore to do no arms. It's actually kind of funny. The audience silence goes beyond mere description. It's a living being, vast, timeless, hateful. It bears down on you with deadly intent. Then Mercy laughs. A full-on, chain-snorting laugh. The exhilaration hits you like a damage-amplifying beam. A well-timed resurrect. Those are her two abilities, yes. She should probably get her sinuses checked, though. You sit down at a nearby table glowing. Out of the corner of your eye, Mercy stands and heads over to you. After one joke, is it that easy? I wouldn't still be single at that rate. But, hello. Please don't talk to me or I'll explode. I do feel like it's weird that we would know her already. I mean, we'd want to play it cool, right? Like, oh my god, who are you? Hey. I just wanted to say, that was a very good joke. Thanks. Catch more jokes like this anytime by subscribing to this channel. Live every day. I'm glad it tickled your funny bone. That phrase is so strange. The funny bone isn't really a bone. It's a nerve called the ulnar nerve and responsible for the sensations in both your fourth and fifth fingers, your palm, and... of course, I understood your joke, which was also very good. Thank you. The nerve trivia was also really good. It wasn't humorous, though. You're smart and funny. That's OP. Does that mean there's all kinds of nerves for your fingers? I actually don't know nerve anatomy too well. But now I'm curious. Why does it feel like when you hit your funny bone, though, that your whole arm is like... You know what I mean? Has anyone ever told you that you're hilarious? You're the first. Sadly, the doctor doesn't have... Or sadly, a doctor doesn't have many opportunities to be funny. A little pout. Isn't laughter the best medicine? No. The best medicine is in biotic technology. Let's rewrite the saying. Biotic tech is the best medicine, so fund it. Doesn't have quite the same ring, but I prefer it. It's been lovely chatting with you, truly. Would you be interested in joining me for dinner? Of course. She smiles. You could die happy right now, but she would just resurrect you back. Fantastic. I'll meet you at Cafe Azur at the Circuit Royale. When she walks, a note floats away. You can't believe it. You're going to have dinner with Mercy tomorrow at... Wait a minute. Circuit Royale? That's not in Midtown. Realize this might be a short stream? Yeah, probably. People are... Looks like people are all out on their Valentine's dates today. But, I mean, we still got another route to go, I suppose. I mean, I was going to play other dating games if a lot of people wanted to hang out, but I think everyone's busy dating. How do you think things went? You did quite well. You anticipated her feelings and interests. You're off to a fine start. The first date is finished, but the journey ahead is long and fraught with peril. We will endure these trials together. Thanks, Hanzo. Luckily, the hopeful future of Overwatch has a very reasonably priced transatlantic train. You arrive in Monaco in a few short hours. This is a wild first date. We're just taking a train to a whole other... Our first date is hours away. We're not going to meet up locally. Oh, look at the little Gremlin Diva ad in the fancy restaurant here. Supercars zip by in the distance. The aroma of high-end dining wafts from nearby tables. The menu is in front of you, and you're cursing yourself for skipping French class all those years ago. I never attended French class. It's exactly 3 minutes and 2 seconds past the time of your dinner date. and Mercy is still nowhere to be found. Maybe she changed her mind. Maybe there's an international crisis somewhere and she had to go. Mercy doesn't strike me as the type of person to ever be late. She's a doctor. She would be a very timely person. Maybe she's just running fashionably late. 3 minutes and 57 seconds. Unless the person notified me they were running late, I would also get quite anxious about someone running late for my date. 4 minutes and 19. She must hate you. Are you gonna eat the breadsticks or just let them sit there? I mean, very rude to start eating before your guest arrives. I'm so sorry. The little crying emoticon that they put next to her name for that. She's flustered, having rushed over here. I was working on a new dissertation, and I wasn't keeping track of the time. I got here as fast as I could. Forgive me. Only if I get a special thanks in your dissertation. See, she would like the joke, because she's appreciated the humor so far. Perhaps. How much do you know about photon counting CT detectors? I know 2 of the words in that sentence. And how it relates to nanobiology? You're treading upon dangerous ground. How about we talk it through dinner? No, let's not. Let's please talk about literally anything else. I hope you're good at making up believable scientific facts. Have you ordered yet? This place does a fabulous Benet de Fleurs de Courgettes. Fried zucchini flowers. You take a deep breath, nod, and look back at the menu. Order the most expensive thing on the menu. Order the Bircher muesli. Order the chicken nuggets. Fidget with the menu. What is Bircher? The Bircher muesli. What is that? It's like granola and berries. And I guess this would be a good appetizer. Definitely don't order chicken nuggets on a date. Let's fidget with the menu. We'll be honest, we don't know French. You fidget with the menu corner, folding and unfolding it. Over and over. It tears. Uh-oh. Hopefully they won't charge you for that. Instead of failing miserably at origami, you should choose what to order. I mean, why isn't the menu laminated or something then? This is a fancy restaurant, right? She didn't seem to like that, though. She gave us an angry face. I will order the most expensive thing on the menu. Homard Interior. What? Okay, let's see what that is. It just looks like a fancy lobster dish. Ooh, this is very picturesque. Okay. I'll get the Homard N tier. It's... Never mind. That's actually probably pretty accurate to how I would pronounce it. But you say it with such gusto, Mercy laughs. And she laughs even harder when she sees your face seeing an entire lobster arrive. Hi, Bennett. How is outside? An entire crustacean does not good date food make. You're sweating and angry as you wrangle and crack open the hard red shell, so it can reward you with meager morsels that taste not unlike fake crab meat. Silence falls at the table. Oh, it's raining where you're at too? Wait, are you actually outside my apartment, Bennett? Because it's raining where I'm at as well. Don't come in. Thunder hit your dog? No way. I'm so sorry. But also, wow, buy a lotto ticket. Cupid groans. Are you truly such an amateur? Start a conversation. Luckily, I'm really good at this part of like dating and the small talk. But well, I guess I shouldn't say really good because sometimes you can just keep ranting or like going on for a while, and then you like embarrass yourself. What do I talk about? Something about her. Your dissertation sounds interesting. Tell me more. What have you been up to since Overwatch fell apart? Well, Overwatch is back in 2, so that would show I don't know what's going on about her life. I don't know enough about science to truly talk to her about her dissertation, so what hobbies do you have? I like volunteering at clinics around the world and collecting crystals. Okay. Why crystals? What? Non-canonically, of course. Well, I mean, I would imagine Mercy canonically volunteers at clinics. That seems like something she would do. Like non-canonical healing crystals? My favorite is the rose quartz. Or is it rosé? It represents love, healing, and compassion. It represents love, healing, and compassion, right? Right. You high-five Cupid. Mercy looks at you, concerned. You forget that only you can see him. My godly knowledge and love does not cover how to not cover how to recover from such tomfoolery. So helpful. Just stretching the old latimus dorsi. Anyways. What does being a hero feel like? Make her feel good. You know, no one believes me when I say that it's not as great as people think. Uh-oh. The world saw me as a mercy, a guardian angel, noble and perfect. But I'm also just Angela, and I'm not perfect. And when the world saw that, and they saw me, they were disappointed. I don't mind being Mercy. If the world needs her, then I will be there. But I wish they would also welcome Angela. Tragic. Wow. I need you. Kinda needy for a first date, huh? I need you. Definitely don't say you like being the center of attention. Today was nice, really nice. Back to writing. Hey, Magneta, welcome. Did you have a nice date for Valentine's? Tell us about it. Let me live vicariously through you if you had such a nice day. I need you, Angela. She chokes on her sip of water. The other patrons look over, oozing disdain at her gauche behavior. It was really just talking, if anything. Just idle talk. That's nice, though. You discreetly slide a napkin towards her. Startled by my high level of Ritz, I see. Actually, I fucked that up. I think it's Riz, isn't it? Isn't that what the cool kids say? Oh, God. You okay? Yes, I'm sorry. Nothing to be sorry about. She looks down. Face still pink. It's Riz. Well, you know. Ritz sounds funnier. I got some Ritz crackers right here. Mercy would find it funny. She's a boomer, technically. I think, isn't Mercy like actually really old, but like she looks young because of all of her like biotic tech. Oh. She's 37, not actually that old. Wait, how is she 37 when like her coworkers are Torbjorn and Reinhardt, who also look super old? What? Mercy, so she's a decade older than me at 37, but still. Age is just a number. Thank you for saying that. It's nice to hear. I didn't just call you old. No worry. I was wondering. I'm volunteering at a clinic in Cairo tomorrow. Would you like to see Angela trying to save the world? Cairo, Egypt? I literally can't miss it unless I stop here. She beams at you and soars away, leaving a lingering scent of perfection. Well, perfect to you. She just flies away? So, wait, the doctor expects me to pay for the meal? I'm going to Cairo, Egypt to kill a vampire. Want to come? Well, one way or another, the date is complete. Thanks so much. How'd our night go? She seems happy with you. Only through carelessness will you lose her heart now. Guys, I'm succeeding at the dates in the visual novel. Dating simulator. Surely this will translate to real life soon. Hang on, I'm going to grab another drink real quick. Years of training wasted. There is still another date in your future. Do what you can to prepare. I sense this one will be the most important of all. Of course, of course. The second date is where it really counts. The first date's a freebie. The third date awaits. Let's go. Oh wow, we're getting ahead of ourselves. There's no time to waste. As soon as the airship touched down in Cairo, it was straight to the clinic. Mercy didn't want to, like, take us here? We had to buy a plane ticket? It's a modest clinic. Bright and clean. Angela hands you a pair of scrubs and she puts on a lab coat. As she tends to patients, you help as much as you can. Hallways mopped. Paperwork filed and sorted. Supplies stocked. You sit down in the break room, exhausted. Angela enters. You straighten up immediately. You must be tired. I'll make you some coffee. Oh, thank God. Truly a blessed woman. Beautiful Anne brings me coffee. Let's go. She hands you a cup of something that looks like coffee. It smells like coffee. But it's definitely not quality coffee. Her genius does not extend to the baristial arts, if such a thing exists. Baristorial? Baristorial. She just wants a male wife. That's fine. I would be a male wife for, Mercy. Let me make another pot. Yours smells like someone tortured coffee beans to death. It's the first drink she's ever made us, where I'm going to drink it enthusiastically. You don't mention that her drink sucks until, like, years into the marriage. You drink it enthusiastically. It's endearingly revolting, but strong. That's all that matters. Do you like it? It's just what the doctor ordered, you say, grimacing, near vomiting. I know it's terrible, but there's plenty more, so help yourself. This is just the Genji simulator. Well, so we get to be the Mercy simulator soon, because after this, there's a Genji route, too. There's one for everybody. Your stomach gurgles in protest, but hey, it'll keep you awake. Everyone's telling me you're such a great help. Keep it up. She leaves. Her compliment energizes you more than any cup of coffee. You head back to the clinic lobby, picking out coffee grinds from your teeth. Ugh. Quite the brave one. You recognize that quiet voice. You turn around and it's... Hey! It's Anna. No one's experienced Angela's coffee and come out smiling the other end. The legendary sniper. Original Overwatch Strike Squad member. The bane of most of your matches. What is she doing here? That's not true. Most Annas I've ever played with are absolute garbage. She's like way too precision focused for the average player to be even remotely good at her. Because she requires both precision to heal with a sniper, and then also for her CC, it's like a single slow-moving projectile. Hey, what's up, Devin? I was thinking about a pitch for a multiplayer game called Underwatch. You think I could get away with it? Depends on how much of Overwatch you're parodying. If you go too far, Blizzard will come at you. But if the characters are all different, you could probably be fine. Or if you had like some focus on everyone being in their underwear, you could probably be okay. Anna, what are you doing here? Are you hurt? I'm always aching somewhere. You know that. God, I don't want to ever get old. Who's this? This is Sam, my... She blushes. Pink Mercy TM Pink. That's the name of her one, like, breast cancer skin, right? Yeah. Her limited run, charity Pink Mercy skin. That's fun. I should be careful while scrolling on this image. It was very cute. I think this came out when I was no longer playing the game, though. So I didn't buy it. Else I probably would have. I spent a lot of money on Overwatch before, or with like the loot boxes. I probably spent an embarrassing amount of money. Date. I'm Angela's date. Let's not put pressure on it. She's blushing. We'll just say we're helping out. Or do we be forward? Let's be forward. Yeah, she liked it. Never mind. We're good. Anna's eyes pin Mercy in place. Dr. Angela, are you blushing? Absolutely not. It's extremely hot here. Her gaze pierces you. You know those eyes. Those eyes. But she just has the one eye. You know those eyes have seen the world's most dangerous criminals in their final moments. I've always told Farahia? Who? Faria? It's Farah. To look for someone who's not afraid to speak up. I'm glad you found someone like that, Angela. How nice. Angela, I thought her name was Mercy. Mercy's her code name. Her real name is Angela Ziegler. Ziegler? Yeah. Mercy is her Overwatch code name. Just like Tracer's real name isn't Tracer. Ziegler? Could be that too. I think Reinhardt is the only one who's got their, like, actual name. No, that's actually totally not true. Most of the characters actually have their own name. No, I think the only characters with their actual name as their name are Reinhardt, Torbjorn, Sombra, Sigma. I can't believe I'm actually trying to name everybody. Echo. I mean, all the robots, which is robophobic of me, but, you know. Hey, what's up, Kevin? You can't say that. It's Cassidy. Cancelled. I'd love to stay, but I gotta catch up with the rest of the Chaos streams. Bruh. Watch the Chaos streams when I'm offline. Hang out, my friend. Anyway. Yeah, no one cares about who's got their actual names. It was nice meeting you. Thank you, Anna. Hopefully the next rando I meet that plays as you is actually good. I doubt it, but hopefully. Pretty much everyone plays like fucking Lucio or Kiriko now anyway on support in Overwatch. Mercy got nerfed, so no one plays her anymore. Baptiste isn't good. Brigitte is also garbage. Anna's too hard for most people to play. She is good, but most people can't play her. Moira. Moira is actually not as bad as people say. She's good as long as you have like a main like healer on your team. Like someone who actually pumps out real healing numbers. Like if you have a Lucio or Mercy, Moira's fine. But if you've got like a Zenyatta or Ana, you really don't want a Moira. Whoops. Too late, Kevin. Cancelled. Moira's bad now. No, she's not bad. She just can't be like your main healer. Like you can't have there's like DPS healer and main healer in like the support category because you can have two supports on your team. And usually you want to have like one of the more aggressive supports, like a Zenyatta, Kiriko, Moira, and then you want like a more healing focused support, like a Lucio, Mercy, to just keep the team alive. And then your like sub healer like covers the flank, um, keeps the team alive in a clutch moment, things like that. But like if you've already got like a Zenyatta and you pick a Moira, like your team's just not gonna stay alive. There's just not enough healing between the two. Unless you're really good at Moira. Good Anna's unstoppable, yeah, but good Anna is super rare. Anyway, I wonder why I'm alone on Valentine's Day playing a dating simulator. It can't be because I'm just sitting here talking about the meta in Overwatch. Anyway, let's just keep playing the dating sim. She leaves. Angela clears her throat and avoids eye contact with you. Ooh. I'll see you when the shift ends. You're alone, wondering what just happened. We're not gonna be like her assistant. We're just like cleaning up at the clinic. Well done. You've impressed Anna. Where the heck were you? Some mortals frighten even the gods themselves. The important matter is, you impressed a close friend. Anna's opinion of you will heavily influence your fate with Dr. Ziegler. Me having a complex and interesting conversation with a girl only to go home and play 18 plus Steam games. See, I just skipped all that, and I just play the 18 plus games. It's Valentine's Day, oops. Yeah, that's why we're playing the dating sim, Epsane. To cope. That's Hanzo? Yeah, this is his new skin in Overwatch. It's definitely not Genji. True. Speaking of fate, you ready to see how your journey ends? I am. I'm pretty confident. I feel like I've nailed it. We will see. Do you have a moment? I want to talk about something with you. Yes? Angela leads you to the top floor of the clinic, where there's a rooftop terrace with stunning views of Cairo. Wow! Spectacular, isn't it? I come up here often after a long shift. You both take in the view of the city. The Nile, sparkling orange from the setting sun, and the high-rise apartments and freeways gathered around its shores. What do you want to talk about? I wanted to thank you for the last few days together. You saw me for who I really am, instead of judgment and expectations. You gave me humor, compassion, and kindness. Well, I gave you one of those things, at least. That someone like you exists makes me want to believe in it a little stronger. Fight for it a little harder. I want to show you something. Take my hand. Come see this world from above, as I do, in all of its beauty. Accept Mercy's love? Accept her friendship. Are you kidding me? Come on, let's be real. I need some love in my life. I would go anywhere with you. She changed her outfit. Okay. The Valkyrie's wings spread open. Angela takes your hand, and you both soar into the clouds. I've known many heroes, but you are mine. Ah. You've embarked on the journey of love and found what you desire at the end. Love takes many forms, but it's always true. May you cherish this love with Mercy, forever and always. Nice. I think it would be funny if, if you mess up on her route and make her mad, she has her, devil, Mercy outfit. Snugging better than a supportive partner. Nice. I got a highlight intro. Very cool. Alright, we'll do the Genji route before we go back and mess up the Mercy one. I think it would be fun to mess up the Mercy one. We'll just pick all the wrong answers. I mean, that was actually kind of lengthy, man. That was almost an hour. I mean, granted, I joked around with everybody for a bit, so maybe it was more like a... It was more like 30 minutes or so, but still. For a free joke, that's actually kind of interesting. Ooh, now it's 100% more official. It's Genji. My favorite DPS. He's actually not that good anymore, to be honest. How could... Wait, why does he have all of his weapons in here? That wouldn't be allowed. Ninja, cyborg, an all-around bad boy from Overwatch. Well, no, he's a good boy now. He's not part of Blackwatch anymore. He is goodest boy. No matter how many times you blink, he's still there. And you're completely... I'm gonna still say love struck. Yo! You didn't know you had a thing for cyborg ninjas. That's not true. Everyone has a thing for cyborg ninjas. We love you, Sam. Thank you, Kevin. Genji got nerfed and one of my friends went crazy. Yeah, I was pretty devastated by it, too. Ninjas? Sure. Cyborgs? Sure. But a cyborg ninja? That's a first. Your heart starts racing. You're overwhelmed with happy neurochemicals, which are in short supply these days. All too true. Do I hear the sound of hearts beating fast? Some of this intro is probably the same between both of them. Are you hallucinating? Don't worry. You are not. That's a definite maybe on the hallucination thing. But maybe this hallucination can help you. Are you in love? Hang on. I said something about his anxiety last time, so I'm going to call him out for being Hanzo. Hold up. You're not Cupid. You're Hanzo. From the free-to-play game Overwatch 2. Which I have, of course, played, because I just recognized you as Hanzo. I get that a lot. But no matter how similar I am to the character in Overwatch, rest assured, I am Cupid, champion of love. However, it's entirely possible that Hanzo will have a skin based on me in the shop. What a coincidence! Alright, that's actually kind of funny. Now tell me, are you feeling the signs of love? I think so. It's kind of hard to tell. Kind of lame that the Hanzo skin isn't free as part of the event. Are they giving away any free Valentine skins? Man. Oh, well. They'll probably get some... I mean, I guess they gave away a free dating sim game, so whatever. The path to love is often confusing. But fear not. I am here to guide you through all of its intricacies. I'm gonna give you advice. Oh, okay. Do you wish to win the heart of Genji? Yes. Genji? Truly? I mean, there are only two options, as he made sure I was aware. Of course. It's just that, well, to call Genji difficult would be an understatement. Also, isn't Genji, he was kind of a playboy, right? That's his whole story. I mean, he would just kind of play us. Although, maybe because he's been reformed by Zenyatta, he might not be as much of a playboy anymore. Is this because of lore? The what? The Overwatch lore. You know, Genji was the younger brother Hanzo killed and felt guilt over ever since. Only Genji wasn't actually dead. He was alive, but a cyborg, and Hanzo learned this, but he was still kind of upset about the whole thing, I think. Which we truly must wonder because Hanzo's lore is so iffy about it. Cupid looks troubled. That summary heavily favors Genji's view of the matter, I feel. Yeah, well, one of you still has an actual body, but Genji is a robot now, so... You know. Hey, what's up, Matt? I'm merely saying that reaching Genji's heart will be a difficult task. Whatever you say, Mr. Grumpy Toga. If you wish to pursue Genji, I'm obligated to help you. It is your love life, no matter how foolish. How do you think I should approach? You have to introduce yourself, of course. You cannot start down the path of romance without first speaking to him. And given that he strikes me as a selfish, immature person, I would recommend keeping your conversation focused on him. He always has struggled with his sense of self, so do your best to appeal to his interests. I like how angry he looks. You hope he'll get over this hostility for Genji soon. Definitely. But that's not important right now. What is important is whether or not Genji will feel any hostility towards you. With Cupid's words in mind, you build up the courage to approach Genji. Oh, we just go straight over to him. For mercy, we had to make ourselves look a fool. It's Valentine's Day and I have the flu. They call that lovesick in the biz, Matt. Excuse me. The ninja turns to face you. The purple glow of the club's neon lights illuminates his metal mask. Not his, own green neon lights? Eh? Are you talking to me? Hey, Mario, what's up, man? What'd you miss? You missed the successful Mercy route. We're doing the Genji route now. And then, we'll go back and we'll mess up Mercy's route. No wonder sneezing into the mic is so appealing. Yes. Yeah, I just saw you and I wanted to say. Your heart starts to pound in your ears and your mouth can't find the words to speak. Say something, and remember, your choices will affect how he feels about you. Do you need healing? I like your outfit. Yeah, Blizzard wants to promote skins. Hey man, I like this. I like the hoodie. I like your outfit. Thanks. Not many people compliment my clothes. I like that they made the lights go up a bit for his expression. Can't really express much with his robo face. Because he looks ridiculous. Get out of here, Cupid. No, I like them. So few people have RGB built into their outfits. It's unique. Yeah, they look pretty sick, huh? Anyway, I don't think I've seen you around. I'm Genji. What's your name? I'm Sam. Nice to meet you, Genji. That's a cool name. Reminds me of Sam from the game Sam's Odyssey. Is that a real game? Or do they just put my name in it? Uh, it's an Assassin's Creed reference? Alright. I love that game. My parents were actually big fans. They named me after it. I've been playing it since I was born. Amazing. I was just named after the 11th century work, The Tale of Genji, which is alright, but certainly no Sam's Odyssey. It's pretty cool. Thanks. Hey, you want to sit down? The next set's starting soon. Maybe we could watch it together. Of course. You take a seat next to Genji and watch a few sets. You can't tell if he ever cracks a smile, but he certainly doesn't laugh at any point. Weird energy to bring to a comedy club. Before you spend too many minutes basking in the awkward silence, Cupid returns to bring you more helpful advice. What are you waiting for? Show him you can be exciting. Go perform a set. Here I go. I want to be exciting. Did the stream just lag? Are we still good? Love favors the bold. I salute you. The previous comedian steps down from the stage to some paltry claps, and when no one stands to take their place, you take the initiative to get on stage. Swallowing your nerves, you address the audience. Hello, everyone. I would be honored to share a joke with you fine people. Oh, God. We're bombing already. You look over the audience, and you see Genji looking back at you with what you assume is curiosity. While you could just make any joke, you have to wonder, what would make him laugh? Probably not talk about ninjas or cyborgs. He doesn't like being either of those. It's just what fate made him. What's the funniest joke I know? You tap on the mic and the feedback rings in your ears. You lean in close. Why did the building get arrested for vandalism? The crowd's silent. It was a skyscraper. After a pregnant pause, the crowd erupts into wailing laughter. You told what is truly the funniest joke of all time. You are a living legend. Everyone will remember you as the genius who reinvented the art of comedy. Thank you. Subscribe for more jokes. But among the crowd, one person hasn't been stricken with agonizing amusement. It's Genji. He remains just as still as you left him when you came up on stage. No. Brother, this guy stinks. After signing autographs for the whole club, you return to your seat next to Genji. Do you want my autograph? I don't want you to feel left out. Yeah, sure, I'll take one. You write him an autograph. To my favorite fan, Genji. Keep on rockin', man. He looks over and sighs. Oh, no. Oh, that's right. Hanzo did tell me to talk about him. Your joke was alright, but not exactly what I was hoping for. Maybe something related to me would have made me laugh harder. You wanted me to make a joke about you? In front of the whole club? Of course. Maybe a long time ago I would have been too insecure in myself to take a joke. But now, I'm happy with who I am. Even when people poke fun at me. I guess you couldn't have known that. We just met. Maybe on our second date, you can learn more about me. That sounds wonderful. He sighs. A weight leaves his shoulders. I can't wait. Guess I'll see you again soon. He leaves, and you're left alone in the comedy club. Not for long, though, as Cupid soon reappears. I sense the buds of romance are already beginning to blossom. How do you think things went? He seemed pleased, but there's always room for improvement. I recommend doing your best to ensure he feels comfortable with you. Good or bad, your date's in the past. We have a long road ahead of us if you truly wish for Genji's heart. Wait, where's our date? Oh. When Genji reaches out to you again, he suggests grabbing dinner for your second date. He even picks out a restaurant, Café Azur, in Monaco, the exclusive playground of the ultra rich. Yeah, I get that Mercy wanted to go here, but why would Genji? I don't think Genji has a lot of cash, does he? Luckily, you live in the hopeful future. You can just hop on a transatlantic train and arrive in a few short hours. Neat, huh? You arrive at the restaurant, and it looks as classy as the name might imply. A robot brings you to your table, where Genji awaits. Wow, Genji's more on time than Mercy. Please tell me he's not wearing the same hoodie he wore to the comedy club. If I owned a hoodie that cool, I'd wear it every chance I got. Look at it. Even to a 5-star restaurant? Well, Mercy wore her, battle equipment and we didn't judge. Especially to a 5-star restaurant. No wonder you need my help. You take your seat across from Genji, and he seems to light up at your presence. Oh, didn't expect to see you here. But you invited me here. For a date. Oh yeah, I guess so. Anyway, how was the ride? Lots of time for gaming. Witness the horrors of the deep ocean. I had a ton of time to grind XP in Vivi's Adventure Online. Is that a reference to something? Oh, it is a thing. It's a game in the Overwatch universe. Oh, spoilers! Genji mentioned disliking the game. Can you actually play it? I guess not. That game's pretty fun, even though I think the Vivi's Adventure franchise fell off a bit after Vivi 3D. Don't get me started on Vivi Party Dance Night. Talk about selling out. What do you mean, dance games are peak? Editor's note. We're begging you not to add these to the Overwatch fan wikis. They're not real. Either way, I'm glad you could make it. I've been looking forward to spending more time with you. You don't have much time to feel bashful before the matron returns to your table to take your order. You look over the holo menu, which is like a regular menu, but a hologram, since it's the future. But when we were here with Mercy, it was a paper menu that I ripped. The lore inconsistencies. I don't know if this is the best dating sim, guys. Can't even keep the type of menus consistent. You should think carefully about what you order. Maybe choosing something he'd like as well. Damn, he's a really selfish lover. Even your dinner is going to affect this guy's opinion of you? These dating sims are hard work. In that case, what will you order? Well, for Mercy, I ordered the most expensive dish. She has expensive tastes, but we'll just order whatever Genji's favorite food is. I'll have the Rikimaru ramen. They have ramen at an expensive restaurant? I don't think so. Oh, it actually is. That's Genji's meal in the. There's an Overwatch cookbook. Looks kind of good. There's like some chicken, mushrooms, and an egg. Oh, it even has like a whole little like merch thing. Of course it does. That's my favorite food. How'd you know? Well, the game told me. Easy. It's in the official Overwatch cookbook. Wow. In that case, I'll take that too. Official Overwatch cookbook. It's at Barnes & Noble. Wait, why does Orisa have a meal in the cookbook? She is a robot. I kind of want to get this now and like and try to make any of the things from this, though this probably came out years ago. Oh, Mercy has a cute little drink in it. It came out 2 years ago. Cooking stream? Oh yeah, there was the Halo cookbook too. They must be made by like the same company. Like there's a cooking company that just makes like food stuff and then they slap game labels on it. Zenyatta wants meatballs. That's funny. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. I haven't been to Barnes & Noble in a while. Maybe that's an excuse to go there. The Watrons... Hey, Norm. Happy Valentine's Day to you, too. The Watrons "we don't have that on the menu" program seems to be overridden by its "the customer's always right" subroutine, and so it takes your order back to the kitchen without complaint. I mean, I'm sure they'd have the materials for ramen. They just probably wouldn't serve it at a 5-star restaurant. Also, why would you want to pay 5-star restaurant prices for ramen? That's really cool of you to order my favorite food for dinner. If there were an official Sam cookbook, I would have ordered yours, too. Mine would be a cheeseburger. So, also nothing fancy. You make note of his idea. You're always looking for more merchandising opportunities. I'm sure you are, Blizzard. The two of you spend some time chatting, and after a few short minutes, the matron brings out your meal. 2 bowls of Rikimaru ramen. It's honestly impressive that such a nice restaurant could make a dish look like that and look like it comes from a cheap ramen shop. This looks just as good as the real thing from Hanamura. Official cookbook announcement? It's not official yet. I'm waiting for my cooking stream to make my official cookbook announcement. Don't you worry. Once we do that, that's when I'll wheel out the big merchandising opportunities. I hate Hanamura, by the way. Fucking garbage tier map. In both Heroes of the Storm and in Overwatch, Hanamura is a garbage tier map. I'm just letting you guys know that now. Hot take, Hanamura sucks. But visually it looks pretty or whatever. Who cares? All that's missing is the Murloc Bowl, then it'd be perfect. Oh no. How could they forget the Murloc Bowl? That's half the fun. I bet you can get the Murloc Bowl in the Overwatch store, though. Actually, the Warcraft store. Excuse me. Let me go check with the waiter. Maybe they have Murloc Bowls in the back. You fetch the matron, explaining that the ramen just isn't the same when it's not in branded bowls. Unfortunately, the restaurant doesn't have any Murloc Bowls on hand, but they're able to draw a crude recreation on 2 of the regular bowls. And now that is 5-star service. When you return to the table, Genji looks completely deflated. You sit across from him, and he barely even acknowledges your presence. Even Cupid seems troubled by his sudden shift in mood. I wish Overwatch didn't trigger my motion sickness because it looks so pretty. It does. Have you tried turning off motion blur? And I think you can turn off HUD shake as well. That might help your motion sickness. Since it's free to play, you could still check it out. I think those are 2 recently added options that might help. Because like HUD shake is like when the character's moving or like walking, obviously it like bobs up and down, which probably triggers your motion sickness. But I think you can turn that off. And then motion blur obviously would trigger it too, but you can definitely turn that off. Or maybe you can't in the console versions. I don't know if you play on PC or not. But it is a very pretty game. Blizzard games always, as much as they've been microtransaction to death lately, they're still pretty. I still desperately pray every day that Blizzard will be a good company again soon. Because I love like half their games. Actually, all of their games, really. I love Overwatch. I mean, I still have them all installed on the my Blizzard app. Battle.net. Oh, there's a Valentine's Day sale. I play fucking Heroes of the Storm daily. They got StarCraft, Warcraft, Diablo. I'm tentatively hoping this game was good. What did they even have for sale on oh, is it just the games? Oh, StarCraft Cartoon is on sale. Can you not buy stuff through the Battle.net app? That seems weird. Man, I've been tempted to get into World of Warcraft. That seems like such a scary idea, though. Oh, I don't get a discount on this for having already owned normal StarCraft. Lame. If I did get a discount, then I would buy it, but... Or like a discount on top of the sale. Persona Strikers gave you that issue too? You bounce the fucking around a lot on Persona Strikers, so I could see that for sure. But there might be some settings you could adjust in Strikers, but honestly, I haven't played it in so long. I've been meaning to go back and get the platinum on that game, though. I should do that sometime soon. I was close to the platinum. I just never bothered to replay it. Anyway, Genji is sad about the Ronin. Perhaps you should check on him. Let's just try and lighten the mood. I don't want to directly engage, make him feel bad. Genji, you're sulking like your Anna just gave her nano boost to literally anyone but you. What gives? That's not lightening the mood. You're calling him out. He shrugs. Sorry. Another diner recognized me while you were gone, and they came over to talk to me. Oh. Did they ask for your autograph or something? No. They actually recognized me from the Blackwatch incident. They had less than kind words to share with me. Oof. I'm so sorry. I can't believe someone would give you trouble about it here. It's alright. I'm not proud of who I was then, but I'll admit, it's discouraging. I've tried my best to become a better person, but I fear my past will always haunt me. Some days it feels like there's nothing I can do to move on from who I was. Oof. He sighs. The date's not going well. Propping his head against his hand dejectedly. It's a heartrending sight. It seems he could use your reassurance. A small gesture might go a long way. Apparently, even Cupid has the sense to put aside his bitterness towards Genji when he's in this state. What do you do to cheer Genji up? Beat up whoever was mean to him. I'm gonna hold his hand. We're gonna go straight for it. You don't think you have the words to help. Instead, you reach across the small table and take his hand into yours. He seems surprised, but when you meet his gaze with a smile, he relaxes and squeezes your hand, taking a deep breath to steady himself. Does he still need to breathe? Thank you. I'm sure I'd feel much worse if you weren't here. The least I could do. You mean that literally? Holding his hand was probably the easiest, least expensive thing you've done all night. Let's see, yeah? Our food is getting cold. The two of you finally enjoy your night as it was supposed to go. You don't know how Genji eats with his mask on, but every time you look away, more food disappears from his plate. You assume it's getting into his mouth one way or another. Doesn't he also not need to eat? By the time you're done eating, Genji seems happier than ever. You're glad the evening is going in a more positive direction. Yeah, like the Blackwatch Genji skin. He doesn't have his jaw anymore, right? Like the Blackwatch skin that's like the base of his cybernetics. He doesn't have a jaw or a mouth anymore. all gone. This is better than Jane Austen. Was that a romance novel person? I actually don't know who that is. Oh no, it's much more serious literature. I see, I see. I think about the character design template Blizzard had, and these designs still are much better than most other companies. Yeah, Blizzard's art team was really like top of the game for a long time. I think some of their more recent Overwatch character designs have been a little bit lamer. I didn't think Kiriko was that cool looking. I mean, she's cute, but her design is pretty eh. I mean, I guess I get it. It's like modern Shrine Maiden. Like, she's got some of the Shrine Maiden motif with, like, big sneakers to be a bit more modern and stuff, but eh. Sojourn is just a regular person. And the new tank Rom, I mean, I guess he's alright, but his design was part of the old, like, Overwatch 1 thing. He was announced years ago. He just finally got in, so I don't know if that counts. But yeah. Plus the like design mantra that Blizzard always keeps in their games, I think is really impactful too. They've got like this rule about like how all the different characters must have like a specific silhouette so you can always like recognize the character. They did it really well in both Heroes of the Storm and like StarCraft and stuff. Like their design philosophy about like silhouettes matching. Like basically if you were to take out all the texture and details and if they were just like a black outline, you should still be able to instantly recognize any character or like enemy in any Blizzard game. That's been like one of their design philosophies, because I used to be such a Blizzard fan. I used to like watch their documentaries and stuff, and it's like really noticeable in every game, and I think that's super cool. I think that's part of what makes all their designs so cool, is that philosophy of like they all have to be so recognizable, which is good. Because there are a lot of companies in games that just have like the most like bland characters, and you could just never fucking tell who it is like out of a crowd if they didn't have like all of their details and stuff. Genji wants to ask us about something. Shoot. How would you feel about going somewhere special for our next date? Anywhere that's special to you is special to me. What a smooth move. That one doesn't earn you any points with Genji, but it makes him blush. And isn't that worth more than any kind of gameplay progression? How does that not earn me points? I was hoping we could go somewhere really special to me. How would you feel about a trip to Nepal? We're traveling an awful lot. When do I get to choose our date? No. We're trying to romance. What's special there? It's a very important place in my growth as a person. This may surprise you, but an isolated mountaintop helped me find peace. There's more to it, obviously, but I figured I could explain when we got there. Sure. Can't wait to hear all about your backstory. Wait, I thought this was a non-canon game. Okay. See you there. I had a lot of fun tonight. Thanks again. The true struggle of dating sims, choosing the right answer and choosing the funny one. Yeah, we're doing right answers on the first run. And then I'm going to go back and do like the Mercy one with the wrong answers, and I'll do the Genji one with the wrong answers. Genji departs from the restaurant. You're left alone. Well, as alone as you can be when you're haunted by the vessels of Valentine's. Another date down with a third to come. Most impressive. Thanks. How do you think Genji and I are doing? Well, he seems incredibly happy with you. Not to tempt fate, but I suspect it would be difficult for you to lose his affection now. There's still another date in your future. Do what you can to prepare. I sense this will be the most important of all. You ascend the snowy mountains in Nepal. The cold rudely seeps through every layer of clothing you wore. Hard to believe that just a few days ago you were telling jokes in a comedy club, and now this is what's expected of you to keep this relationship going. Yeah, fat chance I would go on this, like, mountain hike for a date with somebody, especially this early in the relationship. I think if my significant other wanted to go hiking in the mountains, I would stay at the resort. And be like, yeah, you enjoy your hike, babe. See ya. As you're trudging along, Cupid appears again. Thankfully, you know his deal by now. Or you'd think you were seeing things thanks to hypothermia. Sam, I need to stress how important this date will be. Clearly you're important to Genji. He would not have brought you here otherwise. So just be sure you do your very best. Thanks for the help, buddy. Of course. Even if you and Genji are difficult at times, it's my privilege to assist you on the path of love. But perhaps I should be thanking you. Whether or not Genji's heart will be yours in the end, your devotion to love is inspiring. It's been a pleasure to accompany you. Oh, you're sounding all sappy. Don't tell me this is a teaser for the secret Cupid path of the dating sim. Don't be ridiculous. If there was a secret Cupid path, do you truly think I would broadcast it so freely? Besides, a path of that nature would be difficult to unlock. You would need to, say, successfully win the heart of both heroes to show me your commitment to love. Well, I guess it's a good thing we chose the serious answers first. Hypothetically, of course. Yes, very hypothetical. He doesn't mention this at all on the Mercy Path. Of course. Hypothetically. Enough of this. It's time for your final date. With Cupid's vote of confidence, you continue your journey up the mountain. Eventually, you arrive in a quaint little village, and Genji's there to greet you. Honestly, you don't understand why you couldn't travel together. You made it. What'd you think of the hike? I thought if I wasn't a robot, I would really fucking hate it. It really wasn't worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it here to be with you. I don't think that's correct grammar, but whatever. I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was worth it to be with you. I'm happy you think so. There are few people who would be willing to scale a mountain to spend time with me, if you can believe that. It means a lot that you did. Anyway, I'm glad you're finally here. This place is very special to me, and I hope I can show you why. Come for a walk? Gladly, you take Genji's arm, and he leads you all around the village, and you can't help but bask in every sight. It's truly beautiful. Certainly not the kind of place you'd want to host 5v5 King of the Hill style combat. Also, after I hiked up the mountain, going on a walk would be the last thing I'd want to do after. But what's more beautiful than the village itself is the way Genji glows while taking you through it, recounting memories of the time he spent here. He tells you everything, from the story of how he first arrived to the tales of his most trying meditations. After strolling a while, Genji takes you to the old accommodation that housed him during his time in Nepal. Though he's been absent for some time, the room is still clearly his. There's an old mattress, a howry? What is that? Oh, very formal wear. I guess, maybe. Oh, is it like the male version of a kimono? Well, no. Looks like women wear it too. A framed photo of Genji with his brother, taken years ago. Genji goes to say something, but someone else speaks first. You've arrived. Is that another Overwatch character? It's Zenyatta. Is this official lore? No, I believe it's non-canon, Joe. Welcome. I hope you had a safe journey, my student. It's Zenyatta. How sad is it that the only place you can get Zenyatta content these days is the explicitly non-canon dating sim, and that one short story? Damn, roasting the official writers in this game. Well, maybe something will happen with that Ramantra guy soon. Who knows? Master, it's good to see you again. Why is his head so big? They didn't want to give him like a decent portrait? Indeed. I heard you were bringing a visitor. I hoped I could meet them. Of course. Sam, this is my master, Zenyatta. Yeah, whenever I have to play support for the challenges for the Battle Pass in Overwatch 2, I usually play Zenyatta. He's kind of fun. You were ready for a trek through the snow-covered mountains, but this is basically like meeting Genji's parent. Is that weird for a third date? Well, doesn't matter. It's happening. It's up to you to deal with it. Give him a fist bump. It's wonderful to meet you. I've heard great things. That's a lie. You haven't heard anything, but he seems to react warmly even so. Well, I know he's like a good guy. Likewise. I'm glad you survived your journey here. You're going to ignore the threatening aura of that sentence and let him keep talking. It's rare for Genji to have company. I sense he must be quite fond of you. I hope so. Master, you're embarrassing me. I'm sure your companionship will mean a great deal to him. He's always struggled to accept himself. Perhaps the acceptance of another will help him along his path. Aren't monks usually supposed to be solo, unlike single? You never realized how much your company might mean to Genji. To think, just a few nights ago, you were planning to enjoy the comedy stylings of literally anyone in New York by yourself. Now, it's entirely possible you're changing the life of an Overwatch agent. Wait, the comedy club was in New York? I actually didn't think any Overwatch maps are in the US. Oh no, that Route 66 map is probably in the US. Definitely not New York, though. I believe. Master? I sense I've surpassed my annual screen time allotment. I'm afraid I need to depart. Take my greatest blessings and enjoy the remainder of your time here. Damn. Fucking roasting Zenyatta fans. The two of you say your goodbyes, and when you're left alone, Genji's previous exuberance is gone, replaced with contemplation. Something on your mind? Spending time with you has done a lot to help my own sense of self. I have to wonder. Do you think it's possible to know your true self? I mean, your true self is whoever you want it to be. To be honest, that's a far deeper question than you would have ever experienced from a silly dating sim you signed up for. But you've come this far, right? What's the harm in one more question? And that really is one more. I believe this will be your last chance to win Genji's heart. Use it wisely. What does that mean? Am I not winning his heart currently? I'm not sure, but you can try. Yes, they can. That might be too arrogant for Genji's tastes. Well, let's say that. I think Everything a person goes through takes them closer and closer to finding out who they really are. I'm happy to hear that. You know, when I first ended up like this, when my brother... He trails off. Cupid watches him intently, his brow knit with pain. I became a bitter and horrible person. I was so upset, thinking I was wasting so much time as a person I hated. I feared I'd never get better. But maybe you're right. Maybe without that, I would have never found who I truly am. Thank you for helping me realize this. I've enjoyed spending so much time with you lately. It's been a long time since I allowed myself to get close to anyone. I must admit. Admit what? I feel some guilt that you have not seen the real me. You're a bit confused. You're pretty sure you just enjoyed 3 dates with the real him. But before you can ask, he clarifies. We've been spending so much time together. You've only seen me with my mask on. Although my mask is extremely epic, it's not the true me. It is really cool, though. I know, right? But still. Genji takes your hands into his. His green visor stares back at you. And you wonder what his eyes might look like beneath it. Oh, horrifically scarred. Don't do this. Can I show you who I really am? Of course. I love you, Genji, as my main DPS. That's not true. Ashe is my main DPS, but, you know, whatever. I wouldn't tell him that. Genji puts his hand over his heart. Shocked, but not at all disappointed in your confession. After returning to reality, he chuckles under his breath. It seems I could deflect anything but love. We also can't deflect lasers. He gets hard countered by Zarya and stuff, and Symmetra. But whatever, who's counting? And beams, but mostly love. With great care, Genji reaches for his mask. Though he hesitates, he eventually builds the strength to remove it, showing you his true face beneath. Oh, I see, they don't let you see it. You're beautiful. If you believe so, then it must be true. It took me so long to come to terms with who I am now. Knowing you accept me makes me confident it was all worth it. I know my true self loves you too. Ooh. Has a strong nose for someone with massive facial scarring. It's true. You embarked on the journey of love and found what you desire at the end. Love takes many forms, but it's always true. May you cherish this love with Genji forever and always. Love stronger than any ultimate. Genji's aim is true, but his love for you is truer. Does that mean there's like 12 of these different cards? I'm not replaying through this game 12 times for all of these. Yeah, Valentine's card 10, 12? I'm not doing 12 playthroughs of this. You got me fucked up. I'll do at least... If we do the Cupid one, then do the friendship route for... That's 5 playthroughs if I do the friendship route for both, Okay, so how would there be 12 playthroughs? Mercy, love, friendship, bombing the relationship. Cupid, love, friendship, bombing by answering all the questions wrong. And then Genji, I can see 9 there. I don't know how you get the other 12, or the other, 3. That means there must be another route. Like hatred? Maybe? Hold on. Wait a moment. We can look up the endings. I'll play through like this Cupid one, and then we'll just look them up. Hold on. Wait a moment. Where am I? You're in the realm of love. This looks a lot like that one 2-point capture map. No, 2-point isn't a thing anymore. It's been removed in Overwatch 2. The what map? You know, that old game mode from the before times. Can you pause your brilliant wit for a second, please? Wait, one more comment. Get it out of your system. The dating sim was too easy. Is this the secret ending? When will you add the other heroes? If you'd let me finish, there's about to be a third option. Your devotion to winning the trust and respect of the heroes is admirable. Not only have you brought love to their hearts, but to mine as well. Ooh, this drawing's not as good in comparison to the others. Have this as a token of my respect. Cupid hands you an arrow from his quiver. You take his gift. I don't know what to say, except you were my soulmate all along. I couldn't ask for a better wingman. You're the third eye. You're my soulmate. Let's go. I thought it was impossible for Cupid to find true love. But you make the impossible possible. Thank you. Aw. Hey, shouldn't you be shooting me with this arrow? There's no need. You've already pierced my heart without it. That's it? That's the secret route? Alright. We'll still do a couple the other two routes. Like, we'll do the funny answers, but this is a cute little, like, fun free-to-play game for a dating sim for Valentine's Day. I mean, it's taken us like an hour and a half to get through both routes. It's very fun. Looks like they licensed this out. Made by like 3 people. Guess it would have been too expensive for them to get the voice actors in for the game. Normally, Blizzard's pretty determined to always get the voice actors to like voice their stuff. Cupid's arrow. Hanzo fell for you. Love is all he has left. Tragic. Alright, let's do the Mercy funny route. Considerably underwhelming. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't fantastic, but it was 100% free. Or are you just referring specifically to the Cupid route? Because, yeah, I thought we were going to, like, meet Cupid in the club, and it was going to be a full thing. I guess not, though. Pain struck. Oof. Being in the presence of a genius doctor has reminded you of that pain in your stomach you've been experiencing for the last couple months. You should probably get that checked. It hurts worse with all the butterflies you feel looking at her. I was ready to get turned. Same. Do you wish to win the heart of Mercy? What was the other option? Are trivia questions important to winning your heart? I expected more of the champion of love. If you prefer, we can test your knowledge of medical sciences. Maybe you should. I might surprise you. Perhaps we should discuss something more nebulous, like while Null Sector is attacking the world in the upcoming story missions. Where are the upcoming story missions, Cupid? You've been teasing these for years. The Overwatch development team hasn't even released those details yet. That's not fair. True. Do you know what might be fair, then? Trivia. Trivia about Mercy would be fair. Even if some might say a trope. Can I look stuff up on the wiki? You cannot. Now, what's Mercy's real name? I'm going to answer these all wrong now. Incorrect. Her real name is Dr. Yeah. Don't forget the doctor. Oh, Angela. Like angel. I just now got that. May the gods have mercy upon you. Get it? Mercy. What's her favorite food? Chocolate. Close, but not quite. She loves Swiss chocolate. Get it? Because she's Swiss. There wasn't an option for Swiss chocolate. A shame. Next question. What is her field of research? Healing. I do not think she would find your attitude appealing. She's a pioneer of nanobiology. Same difference. You're right. I'm always right. Don't worry, my magical powers will elevate you above your incompetence. There's no magic. No questions. What would impress her the most? All women have a trivia section before the dating sim can start. True. That's why I always fail. Even though I am surprisingly good at trivia. I'm really funny. Yeah, guys. Isn't that why you come to the stream? Because I'm so funny? Humor is an excellent icebreaker. And what fate? You are at a comedy club. A place of humor. During open mic night. I would like to go to a comedy club, actually. Is there any comedy clubs near me? Nope. I gotta, like, restart my computer. It's been, like, lagging lately. Oh, well, I live near Chicago. I bet you all the things are gonna say go to fucking Chicago. Yeah. They're all, like, in Chicago. That makes sense. Click. Passing through Chicago in May? Passing through, like you're hanging out there? The spotlight illuminates you. Mercy turns her head. She's looking at you. The train I'm on is stopping there? Oh, not hanging out in Chicago. Respect. Alright, this time we answer the opposite questions. Mercy, do you want to hear my favorite joke about the periodic table? Nah. You put the mic down. You should have known. Only a space gorilla scientist could pull off that joke. Mercy stands and heads over to you. Why is she coming over? Was your joke that bad? It wasn't even your joke. Maybe she'll scold you for plagiarizing. Hello. Hey, Salty. What? What? Technically, sodium chloride is a salt. Sodium is simply a mineral. I know. I was just ripping off your punchline that you stole from me. She narrows her eyes, scrutinizing you. She's probably measuring your heart rate, which is escalating. A warm smile spreads on her face. That's true. I apologize. I periodically like to make chemistry jokes. How's this novel? Well, for being free, it's quite good, vibin', if I must say. We just did all the two romance routes, so now we're trying to get all the wrong answers. You're smart and funny. OP. Mobility and overpowered are not the same thing. The balance team coming out swinging against the community. Mobility is always overpowered. How dare you? How's the romantic part? I mean, it's fun. It's a fun, free experience for Valentine's Day. I'm not judging it too harshly, I suppose. Writer's note. Mercy was not meta at the time of writing this. Please be merciful if she is by the time the sim releases. Don't worry, they nerfed her just in time. That was supposed to be a compliment. I know. I'm just tired of being admired. Tired of love, uninspired. Is that a reference? Yeah. I'm surprised this made it past revisions. I'm surprised this dating sim even exists. Indeed. Speaking of dating sims, we should probably proceed to the next date. I was thinking something fun, like dinner at a fancy restaurant. I'll have to check my schedule. Ding. It's your optimistic near-future cell phone. Cupid is texting you. How does he have your number? I cleared your schedule. There was nothing to clean up. Looks like I'm free. Fantastic. I'll meet you at Café Azur at the Circuit Royale. She walks. No floats away. Yeah, we already did these answers. How do you think things went? I suspect you already know this night could have gone better. Show more interest in her and how she views the world. That's fine. We already did the romance her route. We're bombing it this time. Your future dates are fraught with peril. Yeah, because I'm going to keep making a fool of myself. Good to know my first instincts actually successfully romances people, though. I'm so late. I'm sorry. Happens to the best of us. Well handled. Really? Shouldn't I be honest and tell her I almost had a meltdown? Consider saving that for the dessert course. She smiles and sits. Have you ordered? It has fried zucchini flowers. You take a deep breath, nod, and look at the menu. I shall order the chicken nuggies. I hope they're dinosaur chicken nuggets. You remind me of a friend I had. He also liked chicken nuggets that were shaped like dinosaurs. Why does it have lemon? The chicken nuggets arrive. They're soggy, but they look like brontosauruses, so you give the chef your compliments. And the picture makes you hungry. It is quite nice. Silence falls as you two eat. The awkward bit during dinner dates where you can't decide if you should converse or eat. or talk while eating, and risk spraying your date with freshly chewed food. Cupid groans. Are you such an amateur? Start a conversation. What do I talk about? Something about her. How's it been since Overwatch fell? Nothing. Nothing? Nothing of note. Do you miss it? The missions? The adventure? I'd rather not talk about it. Yeah, this... Why would you pick this? Well done. I changed the subject to something more positive. Tell me about the dissertation. Do you understand the nuances of medical imaging and machine learning? I read scientific journals for fun. This is, of course, a lie. You do. You do? Yeah. Wonderful. I've been working on optimizing the resolution for imaging deep in tissues to subcellular levels in real time. Reaching this level requires contrast, improved electron microscopy, better samples, and better convex optimization algorithms for evaluating complex loss functions to digest massive amounts of visual information. We're still not close to completing a universal molecular atlas because of the massive amounts of computing power we need to calculate angular orientation of the cellular protein complexes. I'm now using a lot of big words that are frankly extremely scary, and wow, you're helping me realize that I'm one of those once-in-a-lifetime geniuses, and I bet you're hoping Cupid says something to bail you out here. I changed the subject to something you can understand. So you do have to pick all the options. I think it's just the order that gives you the different routes. You like being in the center of attention. That's the opposite of what she said. Amazing. Was that really the best option you had? I like that fiery background. Just curious on how you'd react. I'm guessing badly. Well, at least we've mutually disappointed each other. She massages her temples and takes a fortifying breath. How about we try something new? Why don't you join me for volunteering? You can see for yourself if I like being center of attention. She dabs at the corners of her mouth with a napkin, folds it back, then leaves. I'm surprised she would still ask us to volunteer after that. The bombing is not going as hard as I thought. How'd our night go? You're doing so poorly, I must assume you're trying to fail. If so, congrats. There's another date. I am trying to fail, actually. Thank you very much. It hurts, though. My love for Mercy is being shattered. We're doing the chores. We're going to spit her coffee back out. Why did you torture the coffee beans? You hand her a cup of real coffee. She takes a sip and lets out a bitter sigh. Oh, this is pretty good. Just good? She rolls her eyes. Fine, it's better than mine. Somehow while getting all my degrees, I forgot to take a coffee-making class. But thanks. This is the pick-me-up I needed. She pours herself another cup. Really? Wait, why am I picking coffee grounds out if I remade the coffee? Hi again, Anna. Oh, I'm just helping out. This is also like a negative thing. Actually, let's go full negative. I can't believe I got to meet you, Anna. Is this the highlight of your day? Are you kidding? It's such an honor to meet you. Mercy's gonna get all jealous. Honor? Honor is the arrogance of the self-righteous. This feels like an old but raw wound. Her gaze pierces you. I still think it's funny that eyes is the typo here. For the very first time, you wish you could be hit with a sleeping dart right this second. Nice meeting you. Oof. She leaves. See ya. You wonder what just happened. That was a missed opportunity to impress a close friend of Dr. Ziegler. Can I redo that? Life has no redos. This isn't real life, this is a dating sim. This dating sim has no redos. That's not true. This dating sim is coming to an end. Are you ready? No, I'm gonna run away and cry. You turn to flee, but run straight into Mercy instead. Do you have a moment? I want to talk to you. Run away. You turn to run. Not the dreaded talk. So awkward. So embarrassing. So cringe. Cupid, I'm gonna go. Living a life of reckless abandon and zero accountability is easier than defining a relationship with healthy boundaries, strong communication, trust, and vulnerability. Stop. Cupid holds you by the collar of your scrubs and turns you right around to face Angela, who looks confused. Face your fears. Who knows? There might even be a pleasant surprise. I doubt it. I've been bombing all of these answers. Are you alright? You're exhibiting signs of a fever. Flushed cheeks, sweat, and general weakness. I'm alright. I'd like to talk about something with you. If this still makes her want to date me, then I feel less accomplished in my initial date route playthrough. Spectacular view. What do you want to talk about? I want to thank you for the last few days together. You've been such a good friend, and I can't wait to learn more about each other. Friend? This may not be what you hoped for, but to see Mercy laugh and worry, to see her immersed in life's calling, that's still worth it. Oh, this, you don't even get the choice this time, and you do just get the friendship route. It's not a terrible place to end. A friendship with an intelligent and compassionate woman. Perhaps you wish to begin again, to ascend the peaks of her hopes and aspirations, to win her affection as well as her friendship. If that's the case, perhaps you should try again. Wah, wah. Life is not forgiving, but love is. Thank you. Alright, we'll do the Genji friendship route now. A lot of the dialogue does seem to be reused, but oh well. I'm fearful of Genji now. Why would anyone in their right mind allow a ninja with a giant katana in a comedy club? Well, it does sound like the beginning of a joke. And the only thing funnier than this would be if his brother showed up wearing a toga. But there he is. Yes, I wish to win the heart of Genji. He's very upset by this. You're judgmental. Just because I'm honor-bound to assist you in your quest for love doesn't mean I lack taste. Are you supposed to help people no matter what? Why do you care if I'm interested in Genji? I know of Genji. I'm merely saying that reaching his heart is a difficult task. Whatever. I actually think I got the first couple of these wrong, so when I do these, I might have to do them right. Do you need healing? Maybe this will also be wrong. I know my reputation. It's hurtful. But also, yes, I could use healing. I warned you. Anyway, I haven't seen you around. I'm Genji. What's your name? Is that real? Genji tilts his head. His cybernetic hand grips the bottom of his mask. Yeah, it was. Hey, you want to sit down? He never laughs at the comedy. I won't do it for free. My material is iconic. I'm not sharing it without pay. That's right. I won't share it unless you subscribe to this channel. Is the payment of love not sufficient for your talents? Love can't pay rent. Well, humor me and pretend it can. I mean, love can pay your rent if you're a gold digger. I'm about it. I have to make a joke about him. So let's make a joke about cyborgs. Is this thing on? Dion, do you know how much it costs to become a cyborg these days? The crowd holds its breath. An arm and a leg. Silence. Feels like you've been teleported to a soundproofed void. Not a soul in the crowd has any reaction to spare. You almost wish they'd just boo you, just so you could know they're still there. But among them, you see Genji. He looks at his arms and legs, both of which have been replaced with cybernetic parts. A quiet chuckle escapes him. That's true! Ignoring the appalled stares of the rest of the audience, you make your way back to your seat to Genji, and he seems warmer. I liked your joke. Just so you know, my procedure cost me an arm and 2 legs, but I still found it funny. Thanks. Genji's gaze fall. I had to pick that other option because that's the opposite of what you were supposed to choose. He appears almost hesitant, which is unlike him. It's been nice hanging out with you. Do you want to go on another date? This was a date? He shrugs. We're in a dating sim. I kind of assumed. Oh yeah. That does make sense. Is it strange we know that? A little. Anyway, about the date? Sure. That sounds wonderful, Genji. See ya. There's always room for improvement. The new Ant-Man movies had terrible reviews. Is that surprising? I feel like Ant-Man, all of his movies have just not been good. They just, like, I mean, he's like such a side character. And they add so many other characters that nobody cares about in Ant-Man. I mean, I'm probably still going to see it. But, like, who cares about the Wasp? Plus, that actress just seems so unlikable. When's this movie out? Oh, it comes out in like a couple days. Oh, wow. It's got a 63 on Rotten Tomatoes. Usually they're pretty generous. For Marvel movies. But yeah, that Evangelion Lily, She seems like so unlikable. And they keep recasting his daughter. Oh, actually, no. It's that was the Google result. It's got a 54% on the tomato meter. I mean, I don't typically really trust the Rotten Tomatoes, but usually they're pretty generous with Marvel movies. So this must be really yikes. I mean, it doesn't necessarily surprise me. It's woefully unfunny, and forgotten why its hero is fun. Its hero is fun because he's the side character that just gets to make jokes. That's how he. It's fine to have characters like that. You just need him to keep being like a character that shows up. Um, in, like other characters' movies. Deep, deep down in the heart is what a good Ant-Man movie could be. Weirdly non-comedic storytelling and weirdly choppy editing. I'm guessing, so this is my thought, right, is that because so many people said that the last Thor movie, Thor Love and Thunder, was way too funny, or like not funny, but you know what I mean, too focused on the comedy for its serious moments. I bet you the choppy editing comes from them trying to cut out a lot of the jokes in response to people being like, why are there so many jokes in Love and Thunder? I bet you that's why it feels choppy. The story is in service of the larger Marvel engine as an increasingly creaky machine that nevertheless keeps grinding away. Dropping superstar performers into CGI glop because the show must go on. Yikes. Also only 2 hours long. So I bet you again, 2 hours long feels super short for a Marvel movie. So I bet you that's because they probably cut out a lot of the jokes. Feels like we're about to see the end of the superhero movie craze. No, I still feel like it has a chance to ramp up because I think this is the last of the set of movies before that new Disney guy took over. Recently, like a couple months ago, they hired the guy back that used to be in charge of Disney during like the peak of the MCU, and they fired that the CEO of the guy who approved a lot of these movies. So I bet you they'll start to peak up again. I think this is like the last one of that um of that era of the last CEO, and also the last of like the pandemic thing, or like film during the pandemic. So I feel like we'll also get a little bit less CGI focus in some of the next films. Who knows? Maybe I'm optimistic. Maybe I'm just optimistic because I like comic movies. Um, but I feel like that Disney CEO shift is going to be big in like the quality of these movies because I feel like the new guy was like just keep pumping this shit out because I got to make more money than the previous president, so I look good to the shareholders. And then because they all bombed, they're gonna bring this other guy back. And since he's been like called in as like the savior, I bet you the other president, who's been the head of Disney for so long, isn't going to be as focused on the money because he's going to know quality brings in more money. Plus, he's already proven that he can like run the biz, so he doesn't need to like crank out like a dozen of these. I bet you he'll be like, slow this shit down, make actual good movies like we used to. That's my theory, anyway. But who knows? Like I said, maybe I'm just optimistic. But I didn't expect this Ant-Man movie to be good. I mean, Ant-Man's just not a... He's just not like a lead like hero. He's not that interesting. And Paul Rudd is just not. I don't think Paul Rudd's a serious enough actor for like a lead, but he works great. Like in Civil War when he's like Captain America's sidekick, or like in Endgame where he's cracking jokes like "That's America's ass." Like that's the best thing you're gonna hope to get from Ant-Man. Like he's never gonna have those serious moments or those like heart to hearts where he's got like he's not gonna have the like serious moments like Captain America has about standing for something and standing for his friends and his ideals. He's not gonna have the badass moments of Iron Man where I mean he's being the hero. He's not gonna have the like shows of power that like Thor has, where he just gets to come and kick ass. Like you're also not gonna get that from Ant-Man. He's just not a lead comic book guy. He's a side character. You should just let him be a side character. There's nothing wrong with that. Some of the side characters are super cool when they get to be side characters. And he's also like a cool... Paul Rudd's a good actor for that side character. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. My side Marvel tangent here. The people that were expecting visual novels are definitely upset. The first Avengers movie was an experience. Dude, I liked all of them, honestly. Infinity War, I think, is my favorite. Because I respected the balls they had to, like, have everyone die at the end. Obviously, we all knew that, like, they were going to come back, but it was ballsy for them to be like, yeah, they die here. See you later when they come back. Like, I thought that was so cool. And especially for the younger audience, which you have to remember is the focus. I remember when I walked out of the theater, like, the kids crying. Like, the number of kids crying that obviously don't know, like, corporate storytelling, that they're all going to come back. But, like, it was cool because, like, I mean, for them, it was super tragic. They were like, holy fuck. All the superheroes just died. Like, I remember walking out of the theater and this kid just, like, so upset Spider-Man was dead. He couldn't believe it. And that the bad guys won. He was so distraught. And I thought that was cool. I mean, even I, like, when I was watching it, like, when you get zoned in on the movie, when everyone started fucking getting dusted, I remember being like... Especially when they did it to, like, the two big moneymakers at the time, both Black Panther and Spider-Man. That was the shocking part to me, because I was like, how are they going to market this movie? They just got rid of two of their biggest heavy hitters. So, I mean, it was still shocking. But yeah, I mean, you knew they were going to come back, but still. That moment was... I'll remember that, in terms of, like, movie experiences. Infinity War will always stick with me. That was such a cool moment. Yeah. My little Marvel rant. Anyway, back to our dating sim experience. Captain America is my favorite MCU franchise. Ooh. I don't know what mine would be. Because I like all of them, and like there's one or two movies in each franchise that I don't like. Like Iron Man 3 is not great. I didn't like the first Captain America, but 2 and 3 are good. All the Avengers movies are good except Age of Ultron's kind of eh. Guardians is okay. I guess Spider-Man would probably be my favorite trilogy. Yeah, maybe Spider-Man. Because Mysterio was my first, like, big Marvel experience as a kid. My first, like, entry into comics was Mysterio being the bad guy. Because my first video game that I ever played, I did a playthrough of it on this channel, was Spider-Man Mysterio's Menace. It was like the first game I ever played. Literally the first game I ever played. For the Game Boy Advance. Good times. So the second Spider-Man Far From Home, I think is what it's called. While I think a lot of people are a little bit critical of it, even though that's the weaker movie of the Spider-Man trilogy, that one was pretty nostalgic for me with Mysterio being the bad guy because I fucking love Mysterio. So I think all of them were really good. Yeah. So Spider-Man would probably be my MCU. Spider-Man is probably my favorite trilogy. Plus the Tobey films are great too because I grew up watching those. We don't talk about the Andrew Garfield ones. We just talk about how good he was in No Way Home. The third one lost you? Oh, did you not watch the other two Spider-Man series? Because I could definitely see the third one losing you if you didn't know the other two Spider-Men. Or if you didn't grow up watching them. I don't really blame Andrew. I blame Sony. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's been so many instances where Andrew's been proven to be a very good actor that it's obvious that, I mean, the script that they wrote for those two movies was garbage. They did a reboot too soon. They gave that weird subplot where Peter Parker's parents were like super spies or some shit. Who fucking knows where they were doing with that? They also did kind of the same mistake that like Spider-Man 3 did, where the villains were like miscast. Because like one of the problems with Spider-Man 3 was that Topher Grace. While Topher Grace is a fun actor, he wasn't a good Eddie Brock. Because Eddie Brock is a buff kind of like fuck you up type character, and like you just couldn't believe that Venom was threatening as Topher Grace. Then they did that again with like who was going to be Green Goblin in the Amazing Spider-Man, where they picked like this dweeby fucking rich kid, and that was just like not the call, because he's supposed to be really like menacing, and he's just that actor was just not menacing at all. Yeah, and I mean, an Amazing Spider-Man 3 could have been cool because they could have played into his grief after losing Emma and getting the like the symbiote and stuff, but obviously the second one did so poorly, like they didn't bother. The first Spider-Man I ever saw was Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm so sorry for your loss. There was a cut scene where his dad lived, but it got cut for obvious reasons. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there was not really much that. It's such a shame too, because I mean, Emma Stone and obviously Andrew Garfield are really good actors, and Emma Stone was good at as Gwen, who's an interesting character. She's like one of the first like iconic comic deaths that actually stayed permanent. Because obviously they never kill the heroes for marketing reasons, and like because it's the end of the franchise. But Gwen was the first like real death in a comic, where they just killed Spider-Man's girlfriend, and they were like, "Yep, she's been replaced. We got Mary Jane now," and they kind of like never really went back. That was one of the first big instances of that in like comics. So she's an iconic character, and they played her well. But yeah, I just think like the Green Goblin was dweeby. They also ruined Jamie Foxx because he's a pretty like badass actor, and they misspent him by making this like really dweeby Electro. Like they had Jamie Foxx just play like this scrawny, nerdy character, and then he wasn't like really believable as a bad guy when he did become Electro. And they did it good in No Way Home. Obviously, they just let Jamie Foxx, be Jamie Foxx. It used to be the only Marvel characters that stayed dead were Gwen Stacy and Uncle Ben. I mean, that was true of all comics. Even in like if you include DC, like pretty much the only characters were Gwen and Ben. Gwen is a waifu now. Oh yeah, she is Spider Gwen now, right? That's true. They have kind of soiled that legacy a little bit. I'm actually not a huge fan of like the Spider Verse thing. I mean, the movie was good, but I'm not a fan of them milking Spider Man so much to have so many different variants. Um, I'd prefer if they just made more unique characters. Dead Gwen? Isn't it Gwenpool? I think you mixed that up, gamer. But yeah. Um, I don't get the whole Gwenpool thing. That was such a bizarre spin-off because Gwen obviously had nothing to do with Deadpool ever. But I think they were just trying to desperately milk Spider Gwen. Because again, they try to desperately milk Spider-Man with all these like variants and spin-offs and da. Just make other characters, bro. There doesn't need to be a bunch of different Spider-Man. I mean, of course, I'm gonna go see the next Spider-Man movie or Spider-Verse movie, but I've actually never been a huge fan of it. I just like Gwen being alive. Just make a new fun girl character. Yeah, I agree. I hate all these characters that are like so derivative of other ones. Um, like you know what I mean? That are just like copies of other heroes that are already popular. Like, don't just make a cool, like, unique character. Spider Gwen is a cool costume. Yeah, I can't dispute that. I might not be the biggest fan of Spider Gwen, but the artist did fucking nail it for that. Her design is very cool. I like that mask hoodie combo and the like bright white, like contrasting with like the black and blue is very cool. The Spider Gwen outfit is a fit for sure, no doubt. But yeah, just make new characters, bro. Wild. Of course, it's easy for me to say just make new characters, but I mean, with the budget Marvel has nowadays, I feel like we can dedicate to some time to some new characters. I feel at this point like the MCU deserves to create like an OC character. You know what I mean? Like it feels like that's earned at this point for them to make a character for the MCU that's not a original character. I don't think they've done that. It feels like it would be earned at this point. Although maybe that girl Loki was. Comic industry's in a rough place. Is it? I mean, the movies still make gangbusters. Got to stick to what sells. They've always stick to what sells, though, for like decades at this point. Make new shit. Like even Shuri being Black Panther is already done in the comics. Like that wasn't even a big twist in Wakanda Forever. Like they'd already done that shit in the comics. So Spider-Man Last Stand outfit is a massive drip. What's that? Oh yeah, the leather jacket look. I remember when people were speculating that that was what Tobey Maguire was gonna wear in the movie. That would have been cool. Yeah, here you go. This is where people were speculating that. Oh yeah, this is the picture where he's got like the Last Stand outfit. That would have been cool, but probably a bit too dark for the MCU. But yeah, definitely a cool look. I guess still rocks with the spandex. Yeah, I mean it's more iconic. The Raimi film suit is obviously more iconic, so of course they went with it. Like this is the suit that put comic movies like into the mainstream. So like of course they had to do it. So I mean I don't necessarily blame him, but yeah, it would have been cool to see him wear the Last Stand thing. This feels like such an iconic shot. This like wall crawl image on the yellow background. So good. Oh yeah, he does wear this in the Spider-Man PS4 game. They do have like an absurd amount of costumes in that game, for sure. All right. Should we get back on topic? We are doing a Overwatch romance novel, right? Or something. LOL GTA mod. Actually, hang on. I'm gonna grab another drink, and then we'll regroup for our dating sim. 1 second. I return. Yeah, Genji's side-eyeing the clock. This is absolutely me on a date. Alright, babe. Here's the top 10 reasons why Infinity War was the best conclusion to the Marvel MCU franchise. And here is what Phase 4 could have done differently. First of all, Eternals, babe, should have been a Disney Plus series. It wasn't fit for the big screen, and honestly, there were way too many characters in the Eternals that really needed to have been fleshed out, and they just couldn't do it in the short runtime of a movie. But a Disney Plus series with an episode dedicated to each character would have been a more successful launch. Now, I don't think they'll be able to bring the Eternals back into the franchise because the movie was received so poorly, and no one knows who any of the characters are. Anyway, I've been single for a couple years now. Yeah. Alright. We're not dressed up. For this date. Eternals is the lowest MCU review? Well, of course it is. The movie sucked. Garbage tier. I mean, just no one cared about a single one of those characters, but they didn't give it the Guardians of the Galaxy style, like, fleshing out, where they could have been funnier and more appreciated. Like, you just couldn't care about any of the Eternals. I never watched it. Don't bother. It, like, actually is so boring. The only reason I finished it was because I, like, started watching it on my computer, and I just started playing a game while it played on, like, my other monitor. The valedictorian of my school spoiled Endgame in her speech at graduation. That should be an actual crime. What did like your valedictorian get fucking bullied or something and wanted to just ruin stuff for everybody? Absolutely wild. Oh my god, this entire time has the music been muted in this game? Have you guys not heard the music or the sound effects? Wait a minute. Have you heard the music or the sound effect? What? Have you? Oh my god. I just noticed that. The whole 2.5 hours of this VOD are pure silence except for my dialogue. Is there also like weird cuts in the in the audio, or is that just on my stream of it? Your dialogue is great. I didn't realize something was missing. Well, thank you, Norin. I appreciate the cope. That definitely helps me cope. Oh my god, dude. But yeah, does the audio weirdly stop at points for you guys? Last sentence I just said, like, hey, does the audio stop at random points for you guys? It just said, or it just sounded like guys got totally cut off. Did that happen? Do I gotta, like, actually configure my audio settings at some point? Alright, whatever. It clearly doesn't matter, considering we went over 2.5 hours without any music. That's so embarrassing. Oh my god. Good thing I've been fucking streaming for 8 years now or some shit. Whatever. Why would I test my audio at all before I started the stream? Actual comedy. That's why I didn't add background music, because the game had music. Oh my god. Alright, well, unbearable, embarrassing audio gaffes aside, Genji and I didn't dress up for this date. I suppose that's a favorable sign. I didn't expect to see you here. But you invited me here? There's even all this slow music you guys have been missing. Ah! Oh yeah. Guess so. How was the ride? I witnessed the horrors of the deep ocean. Those transatlantic trains take you deep under the ocean, you know. Way deep. There are places that humanity was never meant to venture. The depths of the ocean harbor monsters beyond our most tortured imaginations, and more still remain to be discovered, if we are truly foolish enough to search for it. Tell me, what becomes of a mind isolated beneath the crushing depths? Perhaps we, too, would mirror those tormented figures wandering on the ocean floor, were we subjected to the same conditions. Or maybe, we're already monsters, and they are the ones who fear us. Huh. Well, glad to hear it went okay, then. Happy you could come. I've been looking forward to spending more time with you. Why? You don't have much time to feel bashful when the waitron returns with the hollow menu. Maybe choose something he would like. Pranked. I will not. I'm going to order off the kids' menu. Chicken nuggies, please. Genji puts his hand up. Wait. I like the red lights. Make that dinosaur chicken nuggets. You didn't know a machine built solely for positive customer service could look so defeated. But the waitron begrudgingly takes down your order and putters back to the kitchen. It takes a very self-assured person to order off the kids' menu at such a fancy restaurant. I respect that. You don't have the heart to admit that the kids' menu was leagues cheaper than anything else, so you just smile. The two of you spend more time chatting, and after a few short minutes, the waitron brings out your meal. 2 plates of perfectly golden brown dinosaur chicken nuggets, with french fries on the side. Wait, where are the french fries? God, I want chicken nuggets now, bruh. You wonder if it's a social faux pas to eat french fries in Monaco, but Genji doesn't question it, so you don't either. You're nearly ready to dig in. But as you look over at the Cretaceous Park that is your plate, oh, that's like a Jurassic Park reference, you feel something's missing. Oh, they forgot to give me pterodactyls. You can't believe this. How could this place call itself a 5-star restaurant and forget about your favorite dinosaur? Genji tilts his head. Oh, I could trade you some of mine for your Triceratops if you want. No, that's okay. I'll just grab the waiter. I'll be right back. You fetch the waitron, which seems incredibly apologetic for its blunder. To make up for it, You're sent back to your table with a full plate of pterodactyl nuggets on the house. Good. When you return, Genji looks deflated. You sit across from him, and he doesn't acknowledge you. Everything okay? Oh, we gotta, like, insult him this time, right? You seem bummed out. They came over to talk to me about the Blackwatch incident. Shake it off, bro. We're on a date. You're blunt, but not wrong. I'm trying to shake it off. It's just I'm not proud of who I was. I've tried my best to become a better person, but I fear the past will always haunt me. Some days it feels like there's nothing I can do to move on. Tragic. I will go beat up whoever was mean to him. You know what? I think I'll give this jerk a piece of my mind. You stand from your chair, ready to demand that Genji point you to the one responsible for making him feel so down when he grabs your wrist. Please, I don't want to cause more trouble. You sure? I'll beat him up. I'm sure, I appreciate it. But I'd much rather just spend time with you. There's no point on dwelling on it much longer. If you start a fight, then I'm gonna have to step in, and we'll spend the rest of the night listening to people telling me how cool my swords are and stuff. So, let's not. Deciding to listen to him, you sit back down. Genji seems relieved you won't escalate the issue, as does Cupid. I like how different they make Genji's personality in this compared to the game, but Mercy's is probably relatively close, I think. Let's see. Our chicken nuggies are getting cold. And dinosaurs don't live well in cold environments. The two of you finally enjoy your night as it was supposed to go. You don't know how Genji eats, but he seems happy. I wanted to ask you, how would you feel about going somewhere special for our next date? 5-star restaurant isn't? Not really. I just searched for most cliché date locations, and this was the first result. It probably would have been nice to know that before selling an organ to eat here, but it's hard to hold it against him. I want to go somewhere meaningful. How would you feel about taking a trip to Nepal? We're traveling a lot. This feels like a lot of traveling. Do I have a job in this universe? Or, like, responsibilities? You have a job with unlimited PTO and your boss is really cool. Nice. Well, in that case, sure. Nepal sounds great. Okay. I'll see you there. I hope it'll be special. I had fun. Oh, another date down. Most impressive. How do you think we're doing? Oh, I haven't totally botched this, even though I'm, like, picking the wrong answers. Well, I guess I did have to pick that one right answer, because I picked the wrong one the first time. I need to stress how important this date will be. Another date after that one? I know, right? Oh my god, can you guys hear the wind outside? It's literally, the wind is so harsh, it's like blowing the blinds in my, my room. Maybe you can't hear it. But it was like seriously like knocking the blinds around on my window. We first met, it seemed like you really didn't like Genji. Well, I do believe he is foolish, stubborn, immature, and vain. You have reminded me that there's a good side to him. While the good side is buried very, very far beneath his flaws, it is there nonetheless. So I must thank you. Now you're sounding sappy. Don't tell me this is a teaser for the Cupid route. I already did this joke. You have a date to get to. With Cupid's vote of confidence, you continue your journey up the mountain. Eventually, you arrive at a quaint village. What did you think of the hike? It wasn't worth it. To be honest, I was expecting a little more in exchange for getting frostbite. Genji looks disappointed. Perhaps it does not look like much, but this place is special to me. I hope I can show you why. Come for a walk. Oh my god, it's the Zenyatta man. We'll have to look up all the different routes after this. Fist bump. That's his reload noise. You reach your closed fist out to the metal monk, and to your utmost surprise, he hits you with the sickest fist bump you've ever experienced. Absolutely radical. A pleasure. You're going to ignore the threatening aura of his sentence. My annual screen time allotment. RIP. Can one know... I really don't care if I know my true self or not. This will devastate him. A critical hit. Gonna be honest, I don't really care. Cupid groans, and he pinches the bridge of his nose. The writers went to great lengths to make sure you knew that the right answers were, and you still chose this one. I'm extremely disappointed in you. Though Genji seems a bit put off by your blunt response, he thinks on for a minute, trying to find any way to justify your words. I suppose that makes sense. Maybe you're saying I shouldn't feel so concerned with preconceptions? That obsession with one's own self is futile, as is consciousness? Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't exactly agree, but I can respect your position, I guess. Sam, I've enjoyed spending time with you. It's been a long time since I allowed myself to get close. I must admit... Admit what? I feel there is still so much we have to learn about each other. Why? I just like shit all over your philosophies. What? Perhaps you and I can learn more about each other as friends. Huh. Maybe this isn't exactly what you had in mind when you first met. It's possible you may have wanted something more. Nah, I romanced him already. This is the fuck-up route. But for all the two of you have been through together, you've made a dear friend. And that's still worth it. That's not a terrible place to end. A friendship with a clever and cool ninja, as some might describe him. Perhaps you seek a different outcome. For that, you'll need to embark on this journey again. You plus me equals the new meta. That's pretty huge. Killing brings me no pleasure, but love does. I didn't know there were save points. Alright, so what are all the different routes? I'm sure someone's written a guide to this already, right? GameJournalist.com. I'm sure they've got the solution. Really? That's all they've got? There must be more routes. It says there's like 14 cards or whatever. Man, so many of these like websites immediately just shit out like any guide they can with like any oh my god, here's the fucking guide for this. Alright, I think we might be done then, I guess, if the game just says there's these, like, 2 endings or whatever. But I thought there would be more, because there's, like, 14 cards or whatever. Maybe the wiki. Can we trust the fan wiki? This game certainly does put enough effort into, saying not to trust the fan wiki. Oh, it closes? Like this is gonna be gone? Well, I guess my VOD will always exist for you guys to always see these. I guess we're cheating. We're just gonna look at what are all the different Mercy cards. You wooed Mercy. Mercy loves you. Follow your heart. You and Mercy hit it off. A match made in Midtown. Are these just randomly generated? Like based on what ending you got? Mercy, Genji, and Hanzo all fell for you. Plenty of love to go around. I don't want to be in a relationship with 2 siblings. That seems weird. Forget the objective. You've captured my heart. Be my pocket Mercy. I love your heels. I'm a lover and a fighter. Love is the new meta. Found love in Midtown. If love was my alt, it'd be fully charged. I love you more than Junkrat loves bombs. That's funny. Alright. Maybe too silly, Polygon. How is it too silly? I gotta know why Polygon thinks it's too silly. What? I mean, isn't that the point? It's literally just... Hey, they made the Dead by Daylight dating simulator. I guess that makes sense. That's funny. I would have loved a serious, straight-facing swing at the concept of an Overwatch dating sim. Getting a silly, goofy response feels rough. Bro, that's so wild. Like, I mean, yeah, I guess we would have liked a more serious Overwatch dating sim with, like, graphic Rule 34 art, but, I mean, Jesus, dude. Like, why are people so angry about it? It's just a little thing. It's free. You didn't lose money on this. Why? I don't get people. I kind of get it as a dating sim fan, but this is also non-canon free love letter. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you paid for this, then yeah, I would be like, this is garbage. I want a real fucking dating sim. But this was just like a fun, like, hey, it's Valentine's Day. Here's this fun little thing we did. Like, here you go. Like, I think it's fine. Was it all that deep? No. Well, yeah, would I have liked a more intensive, like, actual dialogue dating sim? Sure, but I don't think they're ever going to do that with their characters, because they're really trying to advertise it as not that kind of audience. But the Hanzo highlight intro is pretty, like, character-breaking, and that's kind of funny. We should watch the, Hanzo highlight intro Cupid. No nudity, 0-10. Wanted to wake up the next morning and see Genji left without a note. Here we go. Oh, these are such a good video idea. Fuck, I should have done this. This guy didn't even record in, like, full HD, bro. Oh, maybe he did. Nah, this is pretty blurry. Whatever. I think what this guy did, shout out to Warped Overwatch, this is a good idea, is to just play the new highlight intro and all the different skins. Ah! So many free views. 45K! But yeah, I think what this guy did is he didn't record on the highest setting, but then on his video editor, he exported it at the highest setting. That's why it looks so blurry. But I think with whatever he recorded with, he didn't record with on the highest setting. I mean, it's funny. Like, yeah, you get this highlight intro for free or whatever. Where's the one with the Cupid skin? Oh, he didn't show it with the Cupid skin. Loverwatch is poorly optimized garbage. I cannot stress how slow and unresponsive this site is. On up-to-date hardware in the latest version of my web browser. Only the mercy route for the last 45 minutes. They claim you can get all 3 endings done in under 30. As a console player with no desktop, I can't even access it. I don't believe that this guy doesn't have a computer. Some people are so angry all the time. Fuck, man. With assorted skins, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course, I would love if there was one day, like, a real dating sim for Overwatch. With, like, all the characters and, like, actually written to be romantic or whatever. I don't feel like we're ever gonna get that. That doesn't seem like something Blizzard would ever want to make. So this fun, like, cutesy little thing that's got, like, in-jokes for, like, frequent players or whatever, I think it's fine. Like, just a fun little thing. Like, here you go, play this on Valentine's Day, it's fun. That's enough for me. Like, I enjoyed it. Has something to do with character integrity? You mean like how they portray some of the characters? I suppose, but they definitely go out of their way to say, like, non-canon. But, like, Mercy's pretty in character. She's kind of like goofy. She has like fun little jokes or whatever, like in the starting lobby of the games and stuff. So she totally feels like she's portrayed as a character that would like laugh at corny jokes and stuff. Like she's got all kinds of voice lines like that. She's never really like super serious. Genji's a little bit more like serious, so his portrayal in this is a little odd. But I mean, whatever. Hanzo would also never act like this, I guess. But still, it's not Hanzo, it's Cupid. So I mean, yeah, it's a free visual novel. I had fun. It would be nicer if, yeah, the characters were all more in line with their thing and stuff. I mean, I would pay $15-20 for like a legit Overwatch dating sim. Or an Overwatch visual novel. I'm so fucking desperate for Overwatch lore. I feel like we've been milked to death on, like, Overwatch lore is coming. Don't worry. There's going to be story. These characters are going to get fleshed out at some point. For so long that, like, I just kind of want any type of Overwatch fucking story, man. Supposedly, eventually, in fucking this year, the Overwatch story missions are going to start coming out. Because Overwatch 2 was originally supposed to be a single-player game. And then they just hastily had to re-release it as, like, a multiplayer patch. Because they just can't get the single-player missions done. I don't know. I wonder if, like, the Microsoft acquisition is maybe fucking with that in some way, or somewhat, but it feels like we've been waiting way too long for this, I need more Tracer in my life, yeah. Feels like we've been waiting way too long for like actual serious Overwatch story, where I definitely feel like a lot of people are not interested in it anymore, especially when they had all those cool like Overwatch like animated movie things were really cool. Here's my Battle.net ID if anyone wants to add me like on Overwatch or anything. Caramel Chewy 1214. If any of you guys play Overwatch or anything like that, want to add me. Yeah, all the Overwatch like little movies were so fun. But yeah, it's been so long since like the teaser for real content. Oh, but alright. I think that's a good spot to wrap up for the day, for the stream. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you had a good Valentine's Day. Hopefully playing through this dating simulator made you guys feel as loved as me. I love you all. Big hearts on the stream. See you guys tomorrow with more stream content. I don't know what I'm going to stream tomorrow. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels is currently in the middle of their like 1 year anniversary thing. I haven't played Master Duel in like almost a year actually, so I might check that out. And then back to Chaos Head Noah on Thursday. Yeah. Might do that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. Being my Valentine, chat. You guys are my Valentine. Night, Norn. Night, Kevin. Here you go. Complete the heart, guys. Complete the heart. Subscribe. Hit the bell button for more notifications on future streams. And, oh wait, now I gotta do this one on this side. So you guys can complete the heart here. There we go. There you go, chat. Subscribe, hit the bell button, drop a like on the video if you can, help boost it in the YouTube algorithm. I posted a Persona short on Valentine's Day for funny memes as well, if you want to watch that on the channel. I upload funny shorts occasionally. You can check those out. YouTube has that shorts tab on the channel now, so you can blow through like all of my shorts in like a couple minutes because they're short. Like 30-second jokes or whatever from some of my streams, so feel free to check those out. Join my Discord, more importantly. Chat with me, have fun talking. I always have my Discord notifications turned on if you guys want to chat and have fun talking. That's it. Have a good day, everyone, and I will see you all the next stream. Good night.